here just before their first cut of silage, where they used our advanced seaweed and the BioN on their crops. Now that was put on in February, and they've just from then we've just been sort of following on. They've only done the one application of the seaweed and BioN, and we're coming up now for our third cut of silage. Now this year has been a little bit of a trying year, because when it was put on in February we had 2 weeks of snow and bad weather after, plus 2 months of very wet weather, and then we've had 2 months of very dry weather followed by 2 months of very wet weather again. So what we're going to do now is we'll go down into the field, and unless you would just like to say, comment on anything on that, Robert?
No, we are actually we only used to put one application of artificial fertiliser on in end of March, and for one cut, and then the red clovers take over. We're pleased with what results we've had so far, so we'll see how we go on from here.
Well, we'll just move on down into the field now and have a look at the crop, which is going to be your third crop now,
yeah,
James?
Third cut, yeah, third cut.
Right, well, I think as we can see here, this is Oliver broadsword seeds. 2 years, been on down 2 years?
2 years,
yeah.
now.
Yeah, and I think as you can see, this looks an excellent crop for a third cut of silage. Are you going to go for a fourth, Robert?
Yes, we will take a fourth.
Yeah,
off
they're
as
going to
well.
go for a fourth cut as well.
This has gone a little bit too far now. It's actually gone over the top, but with the weather as it's been and everything else, we should have cut it a fortnight ago. But no, it'll put a bit of structure in with this amount of clover that's in it. So yeah, we'll be happy with this.
Yeah, good. So James, what are your feelings on the on using the seaweed against conventional fertilisers?
I would have said it was more easier to applicate because it's more placed with the sprayer and everything, than having the fertiliser spreader, and it seems you can cover acreage a lot quicker, and yeah, it seems to be work a lot better in the wind and everything.
Well, I know you're both very go-ahead sort of farming, and probably trained one off the other, but basically, what do you think the environment issue where you don't, when you're using the seaweed and the BioN, you don't get anything, there is no leaching from it into any of the water courses or into any of the, or evaporation into the air? It turns it the other way around, it takes from the air and puts into the soil and increasing rooting. But with all of that, you've got it's a lot better for the environment, I feel. How do you feel about it? Because what you buy is what you use.
Everything's applied straight to the floor, but also to think of better for the environment. We know a lot less plastic, a lot less waste-wise. We're not getting rid of fertiliser bags and everything else like that. Yes, we've got a few drums or packets, but the percentage of waste product that we've also got to get rid of is a lot less.
Yeah.
But
I haven't sort of thought it.
You haven't thought of that one?
Well, I haven't really thought it from that way, but it's again, on a large farm, it can be one IBC a year, and that's it. And it could be returned and used again if you wish.
Yeah, and I think that's where the recycling side of it, besides what the sequestration of putting the carbon back into the ground rather than leaching and taking it away.
Now, the other thing is, which is very important, I feel, is this is obviously your third cut of silage. How have you got on with the other two cuts? Have you got plenty of room in the pit to put this one in and the next one, or where are you, or where are we going to?
We are struggling a little bit on clamp space, but yeah, I would say we've had 2 very good crops so far, and I would say the third one is as big. We will aim to try and make this into a bit of haylage than hay, because it's gone to head a little bit to give a bit more space for fourth cut. But yeah, we've had good crops from it.
Well, that is most, because you are absolutely relying on this grass to produce quality milk.
Yes.
And whatever. So
it was. James wanted to go down this route of seaweed, and we have got 6 tonne of fertiliser left in the shed at the moment from last year that's not been used. And I said that was an insurance policy. If the first cut didn't come off very well, we could have gone in and smacked a bit of fertiliser on to make sure we get enough for second cut. but we are pleased with the quantity and quality that we've got without having to use it. So that's just stayed in the shed.
So we've just come on across this field now, and what we've actually done here, there was a second application of seaweed put on the far end, which I've done as a trial for Robert to see what would happen if we did more applications on silage ground. So Robert, I'm going to hand over to you. What have you seen?
This is almost standard for what happens now. Third cuts, the clovers start to take over and the ryegrass just tends to get a little bit less. And then if we turn around and pan towards the other and walk into the other, you'll notice as the ryegrass has kept going a lot more, and we've got a lot more bulk. Doesn't look as much because you can actually see almost like a line down the field that the ryegrass has kept going longer, and so there are definitely more crop here where we put the second application.
Yeah, just look at that, how much thicker and denser this is to what it was across there. And there's a definite line down the field of where it is. So, you know, it's going to be very interesting, and hopefully you'll come back to us, Robert, with how much you can cut it and manage it and sort of see what you get out of a row or, you know, trailer loads or however you're doing it, or bales, whatever you do, how much extra you're getting for your extra,
one
for the
application
extra seaweed.
Yeah, and we'll see where we go from there. But we'll definitely go with one application in any case next year, and we'll see whether we agree we're going with a second application as well.
But at the moment, it looks promising.
It looks promising. Yeah. Looks very promising.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would say there's at least 25% more grass over on that side.
Looks at the moment.
That looks. Yeah.
That looks at the
Yeah,
moment.
yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Very pessimistic, but you know, there we are. And yeah, but obviously, time will tell. When it's cut, you've got your answer, haven't you?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. And James, just 1 minute. You was just saying something before. Quality. What were you sort of hitting on quality-wise in your silage
first
analysis?
cut quality. We've had it tested. We've just started feeding it to cows now. We're 18 crude protein. We came off at 30% dry matter, and we're 11.3 ME. So yeah, good qualities.
Yeah, well, seaweed produces high dry matter grass, packed full of trace elements and minerals. I don't know whether you've had a mineral analysis done into the grass, but the important thing is to go back and have a look on what has happened on previous years before you started using the seaweed, and see where the analyses were running on then, because obviously you were using the same sort of grass lays, and see if we've actually managed to increase nutrient levels in the grass, because that's going to make a big difference to sort of minerals and stuff, and whatever you're going to be feeding to your cattle is, you know, through the rest of the year.
Yeah. We will look into that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we look forward to having another follow-up after you've cut and have a few words. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Never done.
Because what you end up with is careful. You're thinking about what you said before and what you're trying to think now, and away it goes. So, as far as you're both concerned, you're happy, and you'll be looking at doing the same again next year?
Definitely. We